Me mo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. Endra finally Jimensa Eco Parliament. Na Jimensa Eco kan di ntia yen yusu Ghana card emfanto aba. Na wuti nsem a wokan na me no nsem ne de no kan nya minimento asum. Because di ntia na yen yusu Ghana card aden a Ghana card no eno Ghana card no ebe trese obi a wonye Ghana ni ye manen to aba. That's what Jimensa was saying. Meanwhile, in this country, all our identity cards no are supposed to have that element. Obi a wonye Ghana ni no, any coinse will have onya those cards no. In fact, from driving license to voters register and all that no, all those cards they have features. Say onye Ghana ni a any coinse na say you ko hu ni say obi enya sa nyama ni bi na onye Ghana ni a eya na ye prosecute no ati ase eya na e ma police eche no nti say ye no hu nti e na waka say yen use Ghana card na then you are just wasting Ghana's money. Okay, then you are just wasting Ghana. So person try and say sa voters register ya you create 2020 dia you create ye kra no person try say no still wow Jimensa ma yeko use over $150 million ye dey you say there no I will say $80 million say there no person try say still no no there are foreigners on it. Not just a one year wage my now if you the Koto Ghana card no one a tray was a Ghana card necrano. The people doing it no. There are people who are not Ghanaians that were more infiltrated here. Last year was a day it was trending. Yes in Nigeria need be a Ghana card the police for channel because you see fake details. Actually say people have found their way to do the Ghana card. Actually say the fact that they've been able to do it no. Yachi obi and interest will be wa ono ne de no and no say yachi no. That means there are some people be omo aya omo so yanchi omo ya nti asem no ento asum. And the minority hold the press conference na omo leader Ato Forson and our kasai omo hold the press conference on their take on sa Ghana card ya ye pese ye de voters registration sa new CI Jimensa e de akwakoto parliament animo. Now I want to read excerpts Ato Forson ankasa ba be posti. I want to read the excerpt so you understand what they said. Or see, excerpt of our press briefing on the minority's position to this Electoral Commission's proposed constitutional instrument CI for voter registration. Now let's read the excerpt. The most important pointer NDC for Erezi. Or see, Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution guarantees the right to vote by stating that every citizen of Ghana of 18 years or above and of sound mind has the right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purposes of public elections and referenda. However, what the Electoral Commission's proposed CI seeks to do, however, is to restrict the realization of this right of Ghanaians. As Regulation 1.3 of the proposed CI states, a person who applies for registration as a voter shall provide as evidence of identification the national identification card issued by National Identification Authority. Now, we'll see clearly the proposed CI, which makes the Ghana card the sole requirement for voter registration, serves as a restraint on citizens' right to register and exercise their franchise in elections. It is important to remind the Electoral Commission, headed by Madam Jimensa, that the Commission is enjoined by the Constitution to advance the right to vote and not introduce any law that seeks to curtail same. Nti ohia asem mo kan tintini ni tete mu ne say Ghana mra emma kwan say obi di 18 no ye Ghana ni a ye man nto aba. Ye man register no nto aba. Na ohia Jimensa de wode ba, there will be people in this country.
Melodies TV on YouTube.
Esan se wo mu ni Ghana card ntino ye ntumi mo nto aba. Na no chese Jimensa ankasa decide se wo ma ebi mo ento aba. Also, the National Identification Authority, which is responsible for the issuance of the Ghana card, has admitted that there is a backlog of millions of Ghanaians who are yet to be issued the Ghana card. The NIA has admitted that about 3.5 million cards have been locked up in bonded warehouses due to its indebtedness of about 1.5 billion Ghana cedis to 1.5 billion Ghana cedis, yes, which is equal to $117 million to the private partner of the NIA, which has contracted loans from banks to undertake the printing of these cards. In the end, this is more can say. NIA for na say over 3.5 million cards omun distribute here egu omo warehouse aden ya omo partners a omo ni omo ye adwuma akwa akọbọ bosun free banks ho ema bosun no sika no eduru 1.5 billion Ghana cedis aban entua omo say sika no enti partners no ekipi cards no say omo release cards no man crofo so 3.5 million cards ti eje say yetua bosun 1.5 billion no ansa na yensa beka card no, and it has been locked at warehouses no private partners no edia nti no kra tre say 3.5 million cards yentia asa 1.5 billion ya enya dia sika no beko enya dia card ni yebenya. Also speaking on Joy News on Joy FM last Saturday 25th February 2023, the executive director of the NIA, Professor Kenneth Ajiman Atefua, said, since about August of last year, we have experienced financial constraints in the system, and it's created a situation where even though we have 3.5 million stock of cards in a bonded warehouse, we are unable to access the cards because of financial difficulty. He proceeded to say that currently about 2.5
MELODIES
million
TV
cards
on
are yet to be
YouTube.
printed. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not the words of minority. And indeed, yes, Ghana card for omo boss asemo a work no omo deka enti 3.5 million cards omo ntumi release here because it was almost settle a canansa ya be mo kwan so omo release cards no. Also, it is also a fact that the registration process for the Ghana card has been characterized by several difficulties, including logistical constraints. The National and Education Authority has further admitted that the issuance of the Ghana card is a continuing process and therefore cannot be completed at any point in time. Therefore, making the Ghana card the sole requirement for voter registration cannot be accepted, as it would deny millions of Ghanaians their right to register and vote. And it is true. Now, no kwa ene nyame ode tie for politics to nchen. Mente Jimensa as you. Adia we a Jimensa person ye mente as you. Card yes ye ka wo ho. Ene tie release card ni ye. Ni ba kwa wo pese solely ode wadwen to so ne say card no sike ni ho a wo betumi a print. Unso chinchin adwa wo se no pene wo pese ye de to aba. Are you okay? Mo fan chame but me is it only me? Me I don't understand Jimensa. Mente as you. I seriously don't understand her. And see, this is what Ato Forson is saying. I see the chairperson of the Electoral Commission herself, Ms. Jean Mensah, in the Daily Graphic of Tuesday, September 13th, 2022, front page, is reported to have admonished the National Identification Authority to make Ghana card acquisition process faster. This is a clear admission that there are problems with the issuance of the Ghana card, which the Electoral Commission wants to use as the sole proof of citizenship.
MELODIES TV on YouTube.
Millions of eligible Ghanaian voters do not have the Ghana card and therefore stand the risk of being completely disenfranchised. About 645,663 have registered for the Ghana card but have not been issued with cards. Also, there is a huge 2.5 million Ghanaians who have not been able to register for the Ghana card at all. Also, the proposed CI seeks to completely eliminate the use of the guarantor system for the purpose of proving one's eligibility to be captured onto the voters register. The proposition, we reckon, is a deliberate plot to deprive millions of Ghanaians the opportunity to register and have their names on the electoral roll. To utie NDC phone some more ba media eto asumu mame. I see the minority hold the view that the time-tested guarantor system must be maintained in our voter registration process, and this position is absolutely non-negotiable. Common sense should tell any objective mind that a source document for the Ghana card must be a source document for the voter ID card and vice versa. Also, once again, it is the view of the minority that for the purposes of accountability and verifiability, copies of the report sent to the regional director of the Electoral Commission by the supervisors in the district should also be sent to the respective district officers of the Electoral Commission. Oyenoka said the Electoral Commission claimed that the proposed CI is for only continuous registration. It's not only misleading but also mischievous. Regulation 33 in the draft CI revokes CI 91 and CI 126. Therefore, by operation of law, once this proposed CI is passed, it will be the only law on voter registration in Ghana. The Electoral Commission knows that it does not have separate laws for continuous registration and limited registration or mass registration, and it is true. Osha Jimen's we are say registration ne keke ne pese de Ghana card ne ye na ye de Ghana card ne registration na e we ne interest Ghana card ne pe ne de beto aba oboa. Na all the Ghana card ne pe na all the year registration no nti sisi ano se mikita card foforo na manfa anya registration me si da to aba. Iti we won adwo pe so yusu. Ntene na ndisi fo ka se masa oboa. Onim se embra no se yenya passe sa CI we pe ebe overshadow sa mbra ni na nti na trese we ni ade be ye adwuma nti sa asem na o ka no twantro. As between November 2018 and August 2022, the Electoral Commission set up a subcommittee of the Inter-Party Advisory Committee (IPAC) to discuss a draft CI on the registration of voters. The subcommittee consisted of the Electoral Commission, one member each from the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, and 3 members each from political parties without representation in Parliament and civil society organizations. As the initial meetings to which the NDC was invited did not materialize, only for the party to be informed in August 2022 that this proposed CI was ready for presentation to Parliament. Now, NDC funds someone more can send the tintin in the timun say, and ya dea womo be penny. Emma Sadia we are Jimen's apeso yeno. Ebebaso. And for some of us, we support them. Monfa mo ahon din na ento mochi. Montre mo your comment box the moment I say.